Hello, my art friends. This is Ingrid Hyde. Welcome to my art channel, Success-Based Art. This is Mr. Picasso Head Sculpture Tutorial Part 1. Your design challenge is to transform your two-dimensional cubism drawing into a three-dimensional sculpture. A sculpture will be seen from all different sides. Therefore, you must think about how you are going to place the profile and front view on all sides of the sculpture. The supplies you will need to complete the armature part of the project are a 3.5 by 3.5 block of wood, a permanent marker, 14 gauge wire, U-shaped nails, a hammer, some wire cutters, a staple gun, and a nylon sock. In addition, you will need some white latex paint or gesso and a 2-inch paintbrush. After receiving your sculpture base, you will need to write your name and class code on the bottom of the woodblock using a permanent marker. Mrs. Hyde has already assembled the wire armature to the base of the sculpture using some U-shaped nails and a hammer. An armature is the inside structure to a sculpture. It is what gives it strength and support. Once you receive your wired armature, you will very carefully form your profile shape of a human head. You will do this by pressing and pulling very carefully to shape this profile. You will need to demonstrate the side of the head by showing a forehead, a nose, some lips, a chin, and a neck. The process of bending the wire is the hardest part of making this sculpture. So be patient and take your time. Don't give up, and in no time, you will have a nicely formed sculpture. Keep in mind that cubism is a form of abstraction, so it doesn't need to be perfect. The next step is to very carefully stretch the nylon sock over the top of your armature. Please be careful. The nylon could very easily rip or tear. Once your nylon sock has been stretched and covered the entire sculpture, making sure that it connects all the way to the base, you will bring your sculpture to Mrs. Hyde. At this point, she will use her staple gun to secure the nylon to the wood block base of your sculpture. Give your sculpture a final check with your eyes. Make sure that it can stand freely without tipping over. You may continue to stretch the wire until it is in perfect form. Your sculpture will now be ready to be painted. You will need to paint your sculpture with a white base coat. This will prepare the surface of the nylon so it will accept paint and glue and cardboard and all the other items you are going to attach to your sculpture. Because the next step is a very messy process, we will wait our turn by taking numbers. Please be patient and listen for your number. When it is called, you may go to the back table to paint, and you will need a paint smock or apron, and you will carefully paint all sides of your sculpture. However, you will not need to paint the very bottom of the sculpture. When you are done, you will place your brush in the paint bucket. You will place your sculpture on top of the cabinet. Make sure it is sitting on plastic. You will wash your hands Then take off your smock. You will then tell Mrs. Hyde so she may call the next number. Remember, we have a lot of students anxiously waiting to paint their sculpture, so please use your time wisely and efficiently.